Alright, let's continue some Dwarf Fortress, shall we? All music in tonight's stream is Disaster Piece, in case you want to know. So, we have a food crisis on our hands, so that's the main thing we're going to be looking to solve tonight. Fred's internet was down apparently, so I want to try to get a season done of this. Here we are, back in our fortress. So, we have a couple ways of dealing with this food crisis. I want to try to get off pause as soon as I can, but I am going to queue up several things before we do. First off, there's some nice fertile soil over here, which we're going to use for our new farms, because these farms do not really work. At least not the way they're supposed to. Because due to trees being above them, well then again, I just realized they're probably just going to run into the same issue over there. So, let's see if there are any areas with trees not... Let me see if they actually do line up. I did get the ticker. You just need to refresh, probably. Let me make sure it went through. Did I not get the ticker? No? Ticker should be good. Ticker should be ticked. I just realized my plan was to build a path underneath the river and then start a new farm over here, but the thing is that's not really going to solve my issue. I just realized I could plant my farms around the irrigation system Joel made. I didn't even know he made an irrigation system. Where is that? I guess, I mean, I know that there's this, but I thought that was just for that underground river, or that you know, that hole with the river below it. Let's see. Well, first thing we're gonna do is, well, that's not what I want. First thing we're gonna do is bring up the therapist. I'm not gonna explain Dwarf Fortress this stream because I decided I spend too much time doing that. So if you need an explanation for what Dwarf Fortress is, someone in chat will enlighten you. Let's see, profession. We're going to take some of our farmers, and they're just going to be devoted plant gatherers. In fact, let's just take the few off the top. These guys, these three right here, we're going to change their name to plant gatherer. And all they're going to be set to do is gather plants. That's it. So those three plant gatherers, let's collapse all right here. The only thing that they're going to do... Ah, shit, I fucked up a little bit. Let's clear those. Collapse. Plant gatherers. Where's my plant gathering? Plant gathering right here. That's the only labor I want them to have on. So we'll clear everything else so that the only thing they're authorized to do is gather plants, and that's all they should do. Plant gathering. Same thing with these, turn them off. Okay, so the only thing those three dwarfs can do is gather plants. In fact, we should probably do even more than that. Let's grab a couple more farmers. Let's see. Or we could grab a couple haulers as well. We've got plenty of haulers. Plant gatherer. Collapse all. Yeah, every time there's a Dwarf Fortress stream, I have to explain in depth what Dwarf Fortress is, and it gets very tiring. There we go. Intense music for spreadsheet processing, right? Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go down and set some plants to be gathered. Designate plant gather. And we're just going to set all these plants down here to be gathered. Hopefully they won't get killed by a siege, because we're about due for one. It looks like I already did this to a large degree. That's a lot of plants to be gathered. That should bolster food for just a bit. It's funny because I should have... We know it says no plant storage, so that should fix that. My dwarves are already starving. I do have a backup save, luckily. if I ever need it. Let's see. I'm also going to set some new military patrol points, but first, if you right-click on a dwarf's name, you deselect all their labors. Oh, I didn't know that. Very nice, thank you. I'm continuing my half here. I'm going to go on the military screen and do this before I forget. So, or actually, no, not military. I want, zones. No, not piles. What is it I'm looking for? I want to make a point for patrols. I think it's capital N. There we go. So I need to actually change tower a bit. We're going to change this to 4 different points. First, we're going to delete the one that's there. We're going to place one here, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, and we're going to name these tower names. Tower 1. There's a reason I'm doing this, and you'll see exactly why in a minute. Tower 2, Tower 3, Tower 4. Okay, so we have 4 tower points. Now I can set dwarves to patrol those 4 points, so essentially they just do a conga line around the edge, and if they see any goblins, they're going to shoot them dead. So now we go back to our military squad screen. We go to schedules, I think. There we go. Let's see, station. At entrance. We don't want station at entrance. We want station. Which ones are my... Ah, shit, hang on. Equipment. Okay, so the range guys are the turquoise creeds and the deification of sabers. So those two, instead of being stationed at the entrance, they're going to be stationed at the tower. In fact, it should have been that in the first place. And they're just going to patrol those 4 spots. So let's do that right now. So deification, turquoise, turquoise. Edit this order. Patrol route. 2 soldiers minimum. Wait, no, not station. That's not what I want. How do I, hang on, how do I get the patrol to happen? Shit. That's not working the way I want it. Okay, I'm going to minimize Twitch chat for a minute while I get the wiki up. So, patrol. Military patrol routes. Directing soldiers, blah blah blah. Give me a minute. Scheduling. Routes. Here we go. Routes are made by combining station. Once you have stations set along your desired route, hit R in the notes menu, add a route. Name it something appropriate and edit its waypoints. You can add points in the same order you want your dwarves to follow. Okay, great. So I gotta add routes normally. So, and then R for routes. So let's add a route. Route 1, edit waypoints. We're going to add a waypoint here. Waypoint, waypoint, waypoint. I think that's it. And then we'll name the route. It's going to be Tower Route. So now, if I go back to the schedule menu, there's going to be some pretty boring stuff, but let's see, deification, station, turquoise creeds. Let's try this. Edit order. Patrol route, tower route. Perfect. Patrol tower route 2 minimum. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. And then we'll put that across all of these. And then change deification, do the same thing. Awesome. Like I said, tonight's stream might be slightly boring because I'm doing a lot of maintenance type stuff, so I apologize for that. In the meantime, I'm going to try my best to explain everything I'm doing though. So if you're learning how to play Dwarf Fort, you should learn a lot. Let's see, and we currently have, how many? 3 per squad. Okay. Now that we did that, I wanted to also make sure that we queued up enough quivers to be made. So at a clothiers, construct cloth that, we're going to change that. We need to make some... Wait, can I even make cloth? No, that's not what I want. I thought I could make a cloth quiver. What do quivers need to be made out of? Shit, we might not even have enough to make the quivers that we need. Let's check our military. Middle choice melee, no. Will they grab quivers automatically, or do I need to add them here? Leather for quivers, yeah, I know. I thought there was something else you can make quivers out of, but maybe not. Let me make sure that I don't need to actually add quivers here as well. So, let's see, assign uniforms, material armor, boot shield, weapon. It's not a weapon, is it? Okay, I don't think you need to assign quivers. If someone can let me know, that'd be great. And I can also set ammunition, which I was going to change these guys. Wait, why do... Okay. Hunters, right. Bone bolts. Copper bolts. Silver bolts. So I want to add... I want to make sure that they only use their silver bolts for fighting. So we're going to change these ammunitions. We're going to delete... We're going to add... add item. Bolts. Can't I change the specific material? There we go. They're only going to use metal for combat. And then we're also going to use, let's see, add item, bolts for training. Material is going to be wood. So that way they train with wood bolts, and they fight with metal bolts. That way they don't waste their metal bolts while they're training. That's the gist behind that. Can I edit this? Change amount. There we go. $200. There we go. I wish I could just copy this to the other one, but that's okay. We'll just delete this. Bolts, bolts. Combat, material, metal, material, wood. There we go. And we'll increase this amount to 200. This one down here to 150. Yeah, getting this shit in order. Yeah. Okay. So now they shouldn't be much less wasteful about their ammo. Good. That's good. Let's see if we can even... Leather works. Leather bag. No, we don't want that. We want just leather quiver. Let's make a few of those if we can. I don't even know if I have any leather to be made, but we'll find out. Let's see. Where's my butcher shop? I know I built one. I think it's up here. Slaughter animal. Okay, that's fine. And isn't there a task for butchering an animal? Butcher a dead animal. There we go. That will get us more leather, more bones, more everything that we want. Okay. So we want to design a system to irrigate with, and we can actually use this down here. Maybe. Trying to think if there's a better way. Another way is to just expose a ground to sunlight, and then, well, the thing is, I'm afraid that whatchamacallit, that goblins are going to come, so I don't want to give them a back way in. Man, it's such a freaking problem, because I don't know if Vinny's going to be streaming later, maybe. I really hate that. I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but individual tiles of these farms, at least some of them, see, count as above ground, and because of that they won't like farm on the farms properly. That, or they're just flat out of seeds. I don't know. Trying to think of the best way to do this. So we could use this rock down here. I hate to have to dig into rock to do farms, but we're gonna need to. So I'm actually gonna halt my digging plans down. Oh man, they're doing so well with it though. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do it though. I'm gonna have to halt some of this digging so that they can get the new farm system underway. Once I designate all this stuff, I can just leave the game on unpause for a while, I hope. And I just got something here. Oh. Let's delete that. Down. Just cut these off so that they don't waste their time right now, because I have much more important things for my diggers to be doing. Diggers with attitude. That's what they are. And okay, that's that. Okay, now I want to build a room system. Now, I don't know if I have how many floodgates I have. Let's see, floodgates. Where are floodgates listed under? Floodgates. I do not have floodgates, so I need to build some. Build. We're going to queue some of those up. Instead of in the coffin, we're going to do rock floodgates. We're going to build like 5 of them, floodgates. Because they will be useful in the future. Is the fortress above ground or below? It's mostly below. There's a couple of things above, like we have a sweet-ass tower up here. And we're going to build floor all around that. In fact, we can work on that right now. Floor. Hey, how it doesn't go any wider than that. I wonder why I can't do a rock floor up here. It really bugs me. We want to build, this is basically a roof to, whatchamacallit, a roof to this place. Floor. I know I'm getting distracted, but this is very important for our defenses. And floor. This floor is effectively a roof, even though I'm calling it a floor. Oh, see, now it's saying granite. Whatever. Oh, no, I fucked that up. Hang on. I did walls instead of floors there. Floor. And floor. Blocked. Why is that blocked? It shouldn't be blocked. Unless those fortifications aren't done being built. No, they are. Okay, I don't know why those are blocked, but whatever. We'll deal with it for now. One day you'll understand how material choosing screen works. Yeah, one day. What am I missing about it? You just have to go further down the list to find schist and crap. But I don't know why it's listing all those logs when before it would just list all the stone at the top. I guess because the stone is closer when you're inside the fortress. Okay, it makes sense. Now, let's see. I wish there was just like a murky pool around. That would be so great. I'm just planning a little bit to see if we can just use the existing this thing. Okay, so that's part of that. Okay. I'm wondering how much water we're gonna need to flood the room that we want to flood. Because if we're gonna make a new farm, we're gonna need to irrigate a bit. The game is called Dwarf Fortress. And it's such a pain in the ass. Let's see, what kind of floor is this anyway? Schist. Which means we would not be able to make a farm plot without muddying the floor. And the problem with doing it up here is that half the tiles will be counted as indoor. See, like that one's above ground, but yet things are still being built there, so I really don't know why these farms are not producing anything. Maybe it's because I'm out of seeds. It says I have 500 seeds. I should have plenty of seeds. It just doesn't want to build because half the tiles are counted as above ground. I think it's because of tree roots, but that means I can't just go and build unless I find like some empty spots. Like ones that aren't. I could do that. I could just build around the trees, especially to the right here. Because you can kind of see how... I'm just trying to think of an easier way to do this rather than irrigating. What is this? A murky pool. But there's no water in it, is there? Can I use these murky pools for farming without having to irrigate? I mean, they're kind of small though, so it'd be a pain in the ass. Go into stocks and you see individual types. Yeah, I know. I've got plenty of like everything. Seeds. I was able to view individual types. I don't know why I can't right now. Oh well. If they are drained. But the thing is, it doesn't even look like there's water in them. They'll count as outdoors though. So I could just build up into these murky pools and make some farms out of those. Get a bookkeeper. I do have a bookkeeper. Right there. And he's got what he needs. And he's set to highest priority, I'm pretty sure. Yep, highest precision. So it's good. It's good. Have I killed any nobles at any time? Oh wait, no. You're not asking me, you're asking me in general. The brown orange is water, yeah, but it's not telling me depth. But if that's the case, I guess murky pools, yeah. So here's another plan. It might be easier than doing an irrigation system. I could just make a tunnel that goes under and then back up and leads to this little centralized area, and I can have like farm plots, farm plots, farm plots, farm plots. Just farm plots that match up with the murky pools. Now the problem with that is that people can climb in from outside that way, so I don't like that. So maybe I won't. I could also just build a big room here in the middle of all the murky pools. Drain. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so how do you guys feel about this? If these really are, if this really is water and it will drain the way I want it to, how about I dig a big room, that just like a big rectangular room in the middle, and then I just dig out the wall for the murky pools. Will they drain the way I want them to? If not, I can always just use this river for, whatchamacallit, for irrigation. They look empty to you. Someone told me they do have water in them, and they are called murky pools. I could pump water into them safely using river as a water source. Yeah, I could do that, and then I could drain them after. And then I could have the excess water around the edges. Well, no, we don't want that. But we could always drain the water afterwards through there or something. Which means we would need to build, what, floor hatches or something? It's just dirty water? Is it water or is it not? God damn it. The guy who did the Fez soundtrack. It's an important distinction, T-Kurt. I'm just trying to think of the best way to approach this. God damn it. Well, okay, so if I build a big room and then just floodgates. If you do above ground farming and tournament camp, you can have them make delicious grains for eating and beer. Yeah, I could just build walls and make an above